Okay, I'm gonna just go through what you need for New Game Plus and then what the route is for the run currently. Um, you need 3 runes. You need In-Flight Mobility and Rich Get Richer. These two are actually needed for the run, and having Savagery also helps a lot. And obviously you need to get a bunch of other runes to be able to unlock the 3rd slot. And you want all these upgraded, and you want In-Flight Mobility in the top slot so that you can equip and unequip it easier. And then for your weapons, you want the super shotgun to be fully upgraded with the 2 shots without having to reload. You want micro missiles to be fully upgraded. Well, you don't really need the final upgrade. And you want your Gauss cannon siege mode to be fully upgraded. And for the Praetor suit, you want power up effectiveness to be fully upgraded. And you want the first 2 upgrades for dexterity. The last one doesn't really matter. The rest of these don't really matter. And you want full health, armor, and ammo upgrades. Ammo and health probably don't matter, but you actually do want armor because it makes Rich Get Richer better. And you want to start off the run without having in-flight equipped because Pebble is the only boost. I haven't figured out a way to do it with Rich Get Richer or with in-flight. So you start off, and when you can start the timer in the load and just have it start at negative 3.43. So you just do Pebble, however you want to do it. And you can either you can re-equip in flight now, or I just re-equip it at the start of ResOps. On ResOps, and then now is when you split once you've clicked on the next level. So yeah, I think that's all you need for setup. If you have like a save from any percent run or something, just like a completed save, it'll take like less than an hour to go back and get all the stuff you need for NG Plus. You really don't need that much. I I really went overboard with all the stuff I have for the run. And now at the start of ResOps, you want to go in and equip in-flight so you get the stupid strafing. And Pebble is the only thing that you have to have in-flight taken off. There used to be more. You used to have to take it off for Tower and other places, but it's just Pebble now. And here we're going to do the normal glory kill. Just whatever route you want to use here. Not gonna like explain everything fully. If you're trying to run NG Plus, you should understand how like the basics of this game work. So you do this glory kill, back out, and I just kind of jump back then forward. Just some Gauss jumps. These jumps are blind. Let's kind of take a guess at the angle. I messed that a little bit. You want to land on here. This is where in-flight is really important, so you can strafe around. I kind of messed up a little bit. It just takes practice. And then you can aim where the corner of that is for this jump to land here. And this is another 2 blind jumps, where that like line is sort of aiming a little to the right of it. And then turn to the right and do a jump, and you have to kind of strafe around as you do it, and then jump to the end of the level. The ResOps, like blind jumps, just take practice. Like that should just be like muscle memory, really. Okay, you can switch weapons before map like starts by like tapping Q and moving your mouse down to the left, and it'll switch it to Gauss. Um, yeah. Here you can just like wait for this.
To the turbine room unless the demonic threat level is brought down inside the foundry. Our security systems cannot be overridden.
I use shift to jump up in here because within flight it's very easy to just jump off the edge. And I just do Gauss jumps. There's a lot of jumps you'll see I hold shift because it's very easy to overshoot your jump when you have in flight. Do the square kill. Here you don't have to jump all the way to the side, you can just jump like here and Gauss onto here, Gauss back. Just follow this route. I'm intentionally jumping a good bit to the right for the one before the blind jump. If you're not to the right, you won't make it. Now here you can walk very far out and then jump back at like this angle. Boundaries, super easy in NG+. Now with Facility, this is one of the rail boosts with in-flight. And a lot of the in-flight rail boosts just require getting down like jump timing, because pretty much the most consistent way to rail boost within flight is doing like jump then press W, like mid jump. Oh yeah, just follow that route to get out of bounds. It's really easy. You just have, once you like figure out the timing, it's really easy. You look there, I look like there, and then press W at like the midpoint of the jump, like just after you've reached the peak of your jump. Most of the time, it'll get you low enough to just land directly into the final room. And then tower's probably the place where I reset the most because this boost is pretty annoying. It's again just a case of timing when you press W, but it's really precise.
Primary access points to the tower were destroyed in the explosion. The pipeline is damaged but still intact. There are thrust routes in the maintenance hangar. You can use them to traverse the pipeline.
So you come here, I look there, and then there, and lower my res scale, jump, and press W late into the jump, and switch to your BFG. I guess don't switch. You don't have to switch if you get like stuck. You can do it. Gosh. And then when this fight starts, you just hold left click with the BFG. That's the fastest way to get this fight done. Which is why you want to have it switched to before you open the door. Once it starts counting, just stand here. There's no point in like trying to kill anybody else. I grab invulnerability when she says 5. And I jump over here. The timing I use is I run to the door and get the checkpoint, and then fall down into this little hole. Like I aim for that, and then stand here, which never crashes. That's what I found to be the most consistent for everything. For getting the fast timer and not crashing and everything. Cat gear is identical to any percent. There's nothing different here other than you've got infinite ammo, so I guess you can get some extra Gauss boosts in. So yeah, however you want to do cat gear, do it. If you want to do the stupid pistol grab there, you can. yeah, jumps like that is why it's good to have the micro missile upgrade. They're faster. I'm gonna just pretend I didn't do that. Destroyed is also pretty much the same as 80%. A lot of levels, once you get past like tower, have more or less the same route, just like slightly different setups. There's some extra like Gauss boosts and stuff thrown in.
The Argent Tower is destroyed.
Jumping up there is pretty
Will
easy.
no longer be closed from this side. The hell energy flows from a location in their world we call the Well.
Okay, this jump is another one. I guess I should have mentioned, on tower, I'm holding down right click with the pistol and holding shift. Oh yeah, I guess I should mention, if you are going like crazy with the upgrades, make sure you don't get the lightweight upgrade for the pistol, because that screws up these rail boosts. Yeah, I hold shift and right click and jump, and right about at the peak of the jump, press W, and that'll get you this really low boost that it's really low, but it works every time. And here we're just using the BFG. You shoot one, and then you walk back, and then you shoot a second, and you just shoot a third anyway, because you might as well. And I'm pretty sure BFG is faster than pressing the button through the trim and like setting it up.
Please be seated. The tram is now ready to depart.
Um, Arc is one of the levels where you can really use in-flight to, you can use um, the in-flight bug that lets you like kind of climb sloped walls.
Advanced research
It
concept.
helps a lot to climb like the outside section. Makes it faster.
It's time we meet in person. My office is on the second floor of this facility.
This glory kills is the exact same. Do it however you want. Whatever setup works for you.
Welcome to the UAC.
I'm not gonna explain stuff like this in detail. Only. Oh. Look at that. Got the glory kill. Okay. From here you can do the rail boost, which saves like 8 seconds, and I always have a terrible frame rate for it. But I'll show it anyway. This jump is like annoying as that happens, because the only thing you can land on is actually the rail. Yeah. And here you see my frame rate's like terrible. Because I look up, I can like look up, and that, I guess that's decent. And you can just try and like SW it. Yeah, and you want to strafe around to the right. So that was actually pretty good. Just fly back. Hope this doesn't kill me. If you don't want to do that, because I really hate that jump, here, just do this Gauss. It's basically the normal 80% route, or the old one at least. And like stuff like this is where you can use in-flight. Okay, well I double jumped before it, so it didn't work. Yeah, that rear boost is weird because I always have a really low frame rate. Yeah, but stuff like those like angled walls, you can just climb up. You can just walk up them. If you want to do the rail boost, you can. It saves like 8 seconds first try. But it's honestly probably not worth it because I just get such a terrible frame rate in that spot. Alright, so here, this boost is really annoying with in-flight. I stand about here and aim at about this angle. I'm aiming to go under there because I always overshoot and hit my head if I aim like there. Do second gauss jump, and then you want to do the like normal landing here. If I die, I'm gonna just be, and then hit the button wherever. That's just like it's like the normal any percent route, but it's a little more precise, I guess, because you just want to hold shift while you do the fall through like the wall. I screwed it up because I went straight through the wall. But yeah, it's just the same thing as any percent. Las 1 is same thing as any percent, but this rail boost is very strange. The setup I found for this one is weird.
You'll find the Helix Stone in Olivia's private
I can
archival
like
lab
walk through this rail with siege mode, and I don't know why.
But if you came to us for a reason, you might be able to see something in it we haven't.
Attention to all Lazarus personnel.
This glory kill is just whatever setup you want to use. And here, this jump is a little funny because in flight, sometimes you'll get like stuck on the edge, but it's only if you like time it wrong. And then here you can just gloss on the first jump. I don't know why it's different. It's because you can. It makes it easier to just strafe around and then gloss back and come up. Those jumps are definitely easier with in-flight. And then here, the setup I found that works with in-flight is going into the very corner, looking there. Normally I would turn my res skill down too, but I guess I don't have to. And I hold shift and jump, and at about the peak of the jump, I hit S and then W really quickly. Alright. Okay, I'm messing up. There we go. I was doing it too late. It's like right at the peak of the jump. You gotta do it. The timing is really precise, but it's not that bad. Once you get a little practice, it's just about at the peak of the jump. And then here, this Gauss boost is same as any percent. Like, yeah, this is one of the levels that's just the same route as any percent, just different setups. Now, Las 2 is where stuff gets, where you see like the coolest parts of NG+, I think. You pause the game, go into settings, game, Doom photo mode. Right when this level starts, don't forget to do that. And then go to take the pistol out. Do this chainsaw setup however you want to do it. Whatever setup works for you. And take out Gauss. Here. And then this part of the route is the same as any percent, but then we're gonna use the camera mode glitch. So here, jump on this. Definitely hold shift when you jump up there. Gauss back about that angle. And then do like a vertical Gauss boost. I just screwed it up, didn't I? Oh no, I didn't. Okay, I have no speed because I got stuck. If you use the... Okay, I'm gonna just... I just screwed up big time, didn't I? Okay, hold on, let me... I just messed that up really badly. I'm gonna fly back and do this jump again. If you use the camera after doing a Gauss jump, you will have a lot of like vertical speed. Like that. There we go. That's better. And you want to do that, and you want to aim for like the corner in here, and then spam E, which is the next frame key, until you see the checkpoint icon on the top left, and load checkpoint, and you'll be in the next, and you'll have gotten the checkpoint. and then you can gloss and load checkpoint again. And now this fight here is, you can do a double BFG during this fight because your BFG count doesn't matter for the next level because it gets reset. You can actually do a triple BFG if you like screw up the first one, and you want to switch to Gauss before you glory kill him as well. Make sure you switch to Gauss, because here instead of like stunning him and jumping over him, we're gonna just do another camera glitch to the end of level, which is a little bit faster than jumping over him. So you want to Gauss jump first and then use the camera. This is a little slow. You only have to hit E like once, I think. I'm not sure you actually do have to do it at all, to be honest. When you enter, you just enter the thing at the end. And Titan's Realm, pretty much the same as any percent, but you can do like a triple BFG because your ammo count doesn't matter. And you want to make sure you're switching to Gauss before the level begins at the start of every level, because it resets your weapon. Here, I shoot BFG at about that angle, jumping up here, maybe shoot Gauss there. Shoot BFG under the Kakademon if he's still alive, then 2 BFGs and then shoot, or 2 Gausses and then shoot a BFG out the door. You can't shoot it at the wall because it won't actually kill the 2 Kakademons. So I just shoot out the door, and if there's any monsters still alive, they'll die. And then this is just the any percent route, but you have in-flight and infinite ammo, so it's a bit faster. Yeah, Titan's Realm is super easy in NG+. Necropolis. Necropolis is also just the any percent route, but like slightly faster. And you can skip getting the ammo upgrade. I looked I actually, you know, shut up everybody. You didn't die. Okay, this jump, if you look at about that angle, you can strafe over and land exactly at the top here, and then just immediately jump up again, which is very good. Oh, you can do a third Gauss there as well. And again, yeah, you don't really have to worry about like conserving ammo, so just Gauss whenever you have the chance to. Whoops. Yeah, this fight is normal. There used to be a thing where you would like exit the level early, like once the final animation began, rather than just waiting for the level to end. That was a rule that I think Ari made. It was a bad rule, and we don't do it anymore because it was bad. But that did used to be a thing. I don't know why it was a thing. It was like the IL timing, but for NG+. I didn't get it. I just went along with it. Ah, it's only damaging 1. Okay. This is why you want to upgrade your super shotgun, because Gauss plus 2 super shotgun shots is... I only shot 1. is a lot of damage. Gauss and 2 super shotgun shots is a lot of damage, and it's a lot higher DPS than Gauss and rocket launcher is. So yeah, the boss fights are why you want the super shotgun to be upgraded. Vega is also pretty much just the N% route, but the lineup, I found a lineup for Vega skip for the Vega boost that works with in-flight mobility. It shows up well in the recording. And here for this jump, I know it's different than any percent because you don't need the BFG or anything. It's actually faster to go through the not secret route over here, this door, because you can get this guy to attack you immediately. Let's see if I can actually get Vega skip. Do Vega skip however you want. There you go. And here, Gauss at like this angle. It's really easy to just make it all the way to the end with the boost because you have in-flight. And now here, I look at, it might be hard to see, under this like large white blob. So like this is what you look at in any percent here. There's this white thing underneath it, and a decent bit under it more. There's like another white thing here, and a little like darker smudge above it. That's this dark smudge is what I look like. Might be kind of hard to see in the recording. I think you can see. And I look right at the center of it, and I uncrouch. You look up, and now there should be like 2 little white dots, and a third white dot over here. And I look right in the middle of the kind of large gap between them. And then I lower my res scale. I hold shift, then I hit tab. So you need to have the Steam overlay disabled for this trick to work, by the way, because I'm literally hitting shift tab. And I hit space and W while this menu's open, and then I hit tab again. And I hold shift in the air as well. And it just works. It gets you the exact same boost as normal Vega skip. You land, I tend to land right here, and it's a lot easier to land because you have in-flight. And then, you know, here you don't have to worry about saving ammo for well or anything. So yeah, that boost is honestly easier than normal Vega skip because the landing's a lot easier because you have in-flight. If you take a moment to line it up exactly and like exactly mirror how I lined it up, it's 100% consistent. And lastly is well, which has probably the coolest like unique skip for NG+. Now for you don't actually have to do the final boss fight for NG+. You can skip it. So the route I do is I do a Gauss and then in the air, turn on photo mode. That way you kind of like preserve your momentum, I guess, and you don't fall. Now here is another place you can use in-flight to like climb walls. So I just kind of Gauss at this. We're gonna pretend I didn't do that. I was not looking at the correct thing. I was just not looking at the correct thing there. You can just climb up that wall like with one jump rather than having to do an extra jump there. Let me do that again and look at the correct thing this time. Look here. And there you go. That's what you're supposed to do. I jumped into that rather than jumping into this. And then here, I just double jump here, and then I stand on this like pointy thing and just do jump, double jump, hold W, and you'll just slide all the way up to the top, and then do a back boost. I like stop and do a back boost because You can make it without stopping and like flying, like slide over, but you have to like save your double jump. It's weird. Just stop. It's easier. And then this is just same as 90%. You can do an extra jump here if you're good at the game, but I'm not good at this game, so I don't. Alright, and then here is where the skip gets weird. Jump to the end of here, and then you jump to the dude's shoulder. I'm gonna actually, I'm gonna save my position here because there's two jumps you can do. First is you can jump onto this rock. Wait, is this gonna kill me? Oh no, it isn't. And then fall down here, and you want to avoid everything except that one large rock. I just fell to my death because I wasn't paying attention. And then you want to open up photo mode before you hit the ground. Like right before you hit the ground, you want to open up photo mode, and that will save you from fall damage. I didn't do it because I wasn't paying attention. I'll do it a second time. So from here, the easy way is jump down onto this rock, and then fall down. Make sure you avoid everything, and hit photo mode. Make sure you like touch the ground with the camera, and then land. And the hard way is from the dude's shoulder, you can jump down and kind of make the strafe like that. That strafe is actually a lot harder than it looks, though, to be quite honest. And at a certain point, once you have enough downward speed, the game doesn't let you strafe anymore. So if you're going too far forward, you can't correct yourself, even though you have in flight. So yeah, this jump is a lot harder than it seems. You want to aim like that. Rock will kill you. Everything but like the flat rock that I fall through, if you touch it, it's fall enough to be a lethal fall, basically. But once you've landed onto this like weird platform, you want to walk over here and land on here, or on this one here. It's either this one or this one. If you go out a little further, you'll fall through, and then you walk off, turn, gauss back, and then turn around and use your camera. And if you gauss, you'll have the extra speed for the camera. I don't because I took time. And then you'll fly with the camera into here. Once your screen turns blue, like everything starts getting shiny, you've basically just finished the game. All you have to do is exit. But it's worth noting if you just touch, because like it's anywhere in this like vertical area will work to make it turn blue. But if you touch like the ground here, when you hit exit, you can then hit space afterwards and you won't die. You don't actually have to like avoid dying to count as the game ending, but I don't know. A lot of people don't want to finish the game with them dying, I guess. But touching the ground makes you not die. So I'm gonna do that again because this skip is really weird. It's just completely different from any other skip. This was found by Seeker. It's completely different from like anything else done in the game. I mean, it's kind of like what's in the, oh, I saved down here, whatever. Yeah, you want to turn around, strafe, double jump, and gauss back. And now I have extra speed, you see. So you touch here, touch the ground, hit space, and split there. You split once it teleports you into this room. And yeah, that's it for the NG Plus route. It's a lot of levels are just the any percent route with extra Gauss boosts. But yeah, I guess if you have any questions, just ask me or ask in the Doom Discord. But yeah, it's really certainly more technical than any percent is, but I think it's more fun than any percent. It's a good run.